got highlights from all of our local teams tonight. We're starting with a big one.
Absolutely. West only had one loss this season. That was to Marable. The Rebels had to travel to undefeated South Doyle, and that's where we find WBIR 10 Sports' Patrick Murray.
South Doyle and West. A lot of playmakers in this game. You've got Jock Bruce, the future ball for South Doyle. West has Nathan Cottrell, the future Georgia Tech Yellow Jacket. But it was all defense early. 7-0 West at the half. Third quarter, South Doyle lined up to punt, but they snap it to Brody Rollins, throwing it over the middle. Shoan LaBeaux making the grab between three Rebels. First down. Next play, it's Rollins on the QB keeper, making a nice cut straight to the end zone. We're tied up at 7. West answers right back. Seth Marshall breaking some tackles. 9-yard touchdown run. Rebels back in front. Cherokees hand it to Jock Bruce. He's going to throw it. He's got Shoan LaBeaux wide open for the score. Tied at 14. On the ensuing kick, South Doyle had been avoiding Cottrell all night on the kickoffs, but here's Alex Birch behind his blockers. Barely gets touched. He's going to get it to the sideline. There he goes. They would knock him out at the 3-yard line. And on the next play, it's Cottrell taking it in. West up 21-14. Then Cottrell would ice it in the fourth quarter with a long run. West wins 34-14.
Let's be honest. We had all right. Sevier County and South Doyle going for the IMAC title. South Doyle up 3 in the fourth. Give it to Jock Bruce. He can throw it too. The ball's come in. Airs it out to Shoan LaBeaux. He takes it in. Cherokees up 10. Just over 3 minutes ago. South Doyle. That snap goes over the punter's head. He's going to try to punt it anyway, but Sevier County right there for the block out of the back of the end zone for a safety. Smoky Bears with a chance here. Down 8, just under 3 to go. They go to the air, but this pass is picked off. Thomas Williams grabs it. South Doyle undefeated, 10-0. They've come a long way for the first time in school history, that is.
There's a lot of emotions, a lot of different emotions right now. Just so happy for South Knoxville. There's such a sense of pride that they can go to work and talk about their team, their football team, their community.
Our first highlight of the evening is a kick. It came in our USA Today High School Game of the Week. South Doyle at Seymour. Hey, he deserved it. It's Seymour's Jonathan German from 40. Made it 3-0 Seymour, but it was all Cherokees from there. Brody Rollins. Cherokees playing without Jock Bruce, the Tennessee commit. He's got an injured ankle. Rollins was there, though. 7-3 South Doyle. Later, 14-3. Rollins saying, hey, I can chuck it, too. Have a pump fake. Finds Shoan LaBeaux. 21-3. South Doyle wins 47-6. 6-0. Best start in program history. High school football for you tonight. Teams going on Thursday. A lot of them try to avoid that Candy Crush tomorrow night on Halloween. And last week of the regular season, by the way, South Doyle at Sevier County. Winner takes the IMAC championship. There's Brody Rollins, the Jock Bruce, Tennessee commit for South Doyle. Puts them up 7-zip. Sevier County on third down. Deuce Wallace over the middle to Dalton Ford. Takes the hit from Bruce. He's done that before, but he gets the first. They'd score later. 2 minutes left in the half, though. Rollins going deep to Shoan LaBeaux. He's wide open. 81-yard touchdown. South Doyle wins 33-19. Anderson County hosts. I tell you what, the folks that follow high school football are buying. That Shoan LaBeaux of South Doyle is very good. The vote is in. He is your Week 8 USA Today High School Offensive Player of the Week. LaBeaux's 3 touchdowns last Friday helped the Keys stay unbeaten as they cruised past Morristown West 41-7.
We can score on the run, we can score on the pass, It's just all about us just consistent. We got to be consistent at doing what we do best, and that's scoring. We can't never just sit down and just win over. We're trying to do better. Trying to go deep in the playoffs this year. Trying to stay.
Still unbeaten, those Cherokees. All right, the Lady Vols play
21. South Doyle looking to finish the season undefeated. Jock Bruce with the touchdown grab here to put the Cherokees up 7-0. And later in the first, Brody Rollins on the quarterback keeper, 14-0. South Doyle. Sevier County would get on the board in the second. That's when Zach Solis pounds in a 1-yard run. But before halftime, South Doyle would go to the air again, and that would pay dividends. Shoan LaBeaux with an 85-yard touchdown grab. South Doyle gets the win 33-19. Heritage business. South Doyle 6-0 for the first time ever. We heard from their head coach earlier this evening, hosting Cherokee tonight. First possession for South Doyle. Brody Brody Rollins to Shoan LaBeaux. LaBeaux gets into the end zone. I should say Shoan LaBeaux. I beg your pardon. South Doyle up 7-0. Same score. Second quarter from the 17. Kendall Rivers into the end zone, make it 14-0 in favor of South Doyle. Then after an interception, the Cherokees getting fancy, pulling the reverse. LaBeaux ends up with it, and guess what? He ends up in the end zone too. This one from 33 yards out. I beg your pardon, he doesn't get in the end zone. He's brought down at the 1-yard line. South Doyle would eventually get into the end zone. 2 plays later, South Doyle goes up 21-0. And guess what? They roll 48-0. Congratulations to South Doyle improving to be 7-0.
Better get paid.
A big night for prep football. We've got your scores on the ticker. Our rivalry Thursday TV game, a dandy. Undefeated South Doyle at Sevier County for the District 2 AAA championship. The Cherokees trying to knock off the 5-time defending district champs, and the Keys got off to a great start. Quarterback Brody Rollins finds UT commit Jack Bruce in the end zone. 7-0. Coach Lingenfelter not happy, but he'd like this. His team converts on 3rd and long. Quarterback Deuce Wallace to Dalton Ford. That would eventually lead to a 1-yard Zach Saul touchdown run, 14-7. It was 14-10 when the Keys struck again. Rollins goes up top and deep to Shoan LaBeaux. He takes it the distance. Point after no good. 20-10 Cherokees at the half. The Smoky Bears pulled to within 3 at 20-17 when Clark Duncan reaches into his bag of tricks. Jack Bruce with the halfback pass to Mr. LaBeaux for the touchdown. Cherokees win the game 43-19, and with it, the District 2 AAA title. Congratulations, South Doyle. Also on the line.
Hey guys, coming up at 7 o'clock tonight, it's a district championship game. Kind of figured it would be when we set the schedule between South Doyle and Sevier County. The head coach, they call you Lingo for short, right?
Right.
Yeah, they keep it simple.
Yeah, trying to keep it as simple as we can.
Okay, now the last time we were here, you guys threw it all over the lot. You like to throw the ball a lot. You expect to do that tonight as well?
Yeah, we're going to throw the football, but we're trying to stay as balanced as we can as far as run pass. We're pretty balanced right now as far as number of passes, number of runs.
You've had a lot of success over the years where you've won 6 district titles in a row. South Doyle comes in here undefeated. Tell us about them and the running game that they've got with Jack Bruce.
Well, South Doyle is kind of hard to, put a finger on what you need to do to stop them because, they've got a lot of side-to-side, lateral type movement with Bruce and Lundy, and I also, Brody Rollins will, they'll run the sweeps back and forth to the right and left, then Brody will keep it inside on you, then they'll also go play action and hit, Shoan deep. LaBeaux.
Sounds like you're a little concerned.
Yeah, we're concerned. They've got really good offense.
Okay, well, it should be a great game, because exactly like he's talking about, a lot of great athletes on the field. Pre-game show at 6:30, game starts at 7 o'clock. 2 teams undefeated in district play. It's South Doyle and Sevier County. Should be a great one tonight on Rivalry Thursday over on MyVLT.
Yeah, you can 5-0. They will play at Oakland next week in the Class 6A semifinals.
Congratulations to Coach Corals and company. All right, in Class 5A, it was South Doyle at home tonight against West. Hope you were able to catch our broadcast from South Doyle this evening on MyVLT. West held a 7-0 slim lead at the break. First drive of the second half, of the Keys are forced to punt, or do they? Clark Duncan calls the fake. Brody Rollins hits Shoan LaBeaux, takes a big hit but hangs on. South Doyle would capitalize. The quarterback, Rollins, keeps it, and he's going to get into the secondary and get into the end zone. Game is tied at 7, but the Rebels come right back. Seth Marshall, number 7, he's very good. Answers his counterpart and fights his way into the end zone for the score, 14-7 West. But the Cherokees weren't going away. They drive, and Rollins goes back up top and hits a wide open LaBeaux. Point after is good, and we are tied again at 14. But the Rebels finally pull away in the fourth quarter. Kirsten Romines takes the handoff, cuts to the line, and is gone. 65 yards for the touchdown. The Rebels are back in the state semifinals with a 34-14 win over South Doyle.
To come out on top, we had to play through some...
6 area teams entered Week 8 still and defeated South Doyle, part of that 6-pack. But tonight, the Cherokees, they had the challenge of going on the road to Morristown, and there to take in the action was locally sports reporter Jeff Archer. Hey, Jeff.
Oh, hey, Daryl. This is a game that goes a long way towards deciding a district champion. A South Doyle win would set up a winner-take-all game against Sevier County to end the year. While West win would simply multi up the waters South Doyle has won the past 2 meetings, but Mo West won the previous 3 in the series. Josh Bruce and Malik Lundy both back in the lineup after missing several weeks due to injury in this one. Morristown West would strike first. They give this to Damian Blevins. He follows his blockers into the end zone for the touchdown. 7-0 Trojans. Mo West stacked the box on defense and dared South Doyle to throw it. Brody Rollins was up to the challenge, escapes the pressure, just heaves it downfield. Shoan LaBeaux for the TD pass. Great throw, 7-0. That gets the South Doyle students all fired up. That combination worked once before. Why not again? Rollins launches a bomb perfectly to LaBeaux for a 78-yard score. 14-7 Cherokees. Rollins with an exceptional 5 TD passes tonight as South Doyle improves to 8-0 with the 41-7 win. Very impressive. Jeff County hosted